Hi everyone, welcome to headphone.ph YouTube channel. Today we have a throwback headphone. This is the Audio-Technica ATH ESW9 on-ear portable headphone. Let's go check it out. So this headphone has been discontinued for quite some time. I purchased this sometime in 2012. The price back then was $199, although the original MSRP of this, like 4 years ago, 4 years prior to that period was, I believe, $349. So, this was one of my first high-end, like what you would consider like good sounding headphone at the time, and it's even now $249 is an expensive amount. And so I thought it'd be interesting to see if this headphone still holds up its value today, but also at the same time this is going to be a very long-term type of review almost, because I've owned this for almost a decade. So it'd be interesting to see like how this one held up, and that's something we'll find in this review. So the ESW9 is part of Audio-Technica's earsuit lineup. So this is their line that is focused on aesthetics, but at the same time still promises to deliver that classic Audio-Technica house sound, which is warm, slightly bright, and slightly like euphonic type of signature. So one of the feedback of this headphone at the time was it's a gorgeous looking headphone, but the build quality is not something that inspires confidence. So even though it has some wood in it, the majority of its build is plastic. It's definitely not one of those that feels like it could take a beating, but I've used this for a long time as a commute headphone. I've used this as my main office headphone, as early in my journey as my main headphone essentially. So as you can see, it's held up quite well. So even though it was a little flimsy feeling, you can see that the headphone is still pretty much intact with the normal wear and tear. So the padding here has worn off almost completely. The pads are super stiff and slightly on the thin side now. But overall, the headphone has held up for a decade. So I think that's a testament to like this headphone. I don't see myself as super careful with headphones in general, but this one has passed the test of time. So how does it sound back then and now? When I purchased this, I was fully aware that this is a warm sounding headphone. At the time, my options were the Sennheiser HD 25 Mark II, the Beyerdynamic DT1350, the V-Moda M80, and this is the inferior of the bunch based on reviews, but I still picked it up because I really like the wooden like cups, like dark red cups here. The sound signature I thought back then was very, very good, considering this was one of my first decent headphones. So it's definitely not on the neutral side. It's warm where the bass is a little bloomy. The lower mids are warmed up nicely, and the upper mid-range are slightly recessed. And its upper frequencies are overly smoothed out and slightly lacking as well. And at the time, I feel like it was a good headphone. Definitely, it's not a headphone that you'd be using for critical listening, but I enjoyed my time with this headphone, like using it as my main work headphone and just a commute headphone, even though it doesn't do a good job of isolating you from outside noise. Now it's interesting to really see how your opinion changes as you progress in this hobby, and I've listened to this since last month, not like as my main daily driver, but mostly as like a backup portable headphone when I need some kind of isolation. And 9 years into my journey, I can definitely tell that this is not gonna compete with my other portable headphones. So I still find this to be pleasurable to listen to because of its warm sound, but the technical performance isn't as great as like headphones that are even lower than this in the price range. So this one is, to me, like the bass is obviously not well extended, so there's not much sub bass here. So the mid-range has that very warm, perhaps overly warm kind of tune to it, but the upper mid-range is recessed and the presence region is lacking. So if you listen to a lot of rock, you'll find that they are a little dull sounding in this headphone. And then the treble, the higher treble, I find to be just too smooth sounding. So it's not, it doesn't have that like lively character. So I can see some people easily saying this is a boring sounding headphone in that regard, because it's not able to really display that like cymbal hits or any instruments in that area. But for those that are looking to just do some casual listening, I think they'll still be satisfied with this headphone. I don't think this headphone is worth close to $200. If I'm gonna give a price, I think closer to $100 is appropriate for the ESW9. I think the M40X, M50X are better sounding than this as a whole, but I don't think you can find this as well nowadays. But if you know your priorities, this is having a good looking, like kind of exotic looking headphone, then you know you can still probably pick this up in as a used item. So that's about it for the throwback of the Audio-Technica ESW9. Do you have this headphone? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you're interested in this headphone and can find it on Headfi and other marketplaces, then I highly recommend that you check it out if the price is right. Thumbs up the video if you like it, subscribe for more headphone.ph video reviews, and visit headphone.ph for reviews on more headphones. I'll see you guys next time.